Welcome to Cobalt Tutorials. This video will focus on how to create price list items and associate them with a product in the product catalog. Price list items are records related to a product that let the system know the correct amount to charge and can be assigned to different groups of contacts or accounts as needed. Some organizations only use a default price list, but additional price lists can be generated to charge different amounts for members of an organization versus non-members, or to adjust pricing for different currencies, to name only a couple of examples. We will cover setting up price lists and how they connect to customers in another training session. It is easiest to start with a product and then navigate to the related price list items. I'll use the brochure product I created in the prior video. My form has a subgrid for price list items where I can click to create a new one, but the menu tile navigation is another way to get to this data. Either way, the next step is to create a new price list item. My instance has multiple price lists based on membership and currency. I'll complete the lookup for non-member US dollar and see the currency field is automatically set to US dollar and the product and unit carry over from the related product. If I switch to non-member GBP, you'll see the currency change to pound sterling based on system data already set up for this instance. I'll reset this back to non-member US dollar. Quantity selling option is another required field. You can set no control, whole, or whole and fractional. If portions of the product can be sold, like 1/4 of a case, then you can set the quantity selling option on the price list to reflect that by choosing the whole and fractional or no control option. This is where the decimal supported field on the product comes into play. If you are selling portions of a product, then the decimal supported field on the product should be set to determine the portion. We recommend that the field be set to 2. If you have your decimal supported set to 0, then quantity selling option can be left as the default or set to whole. Pricing method allows for some flexibility on pricing. If the price is not adjustable, then keep the default currency amount. But if the cost is based on a percentage of the current cost or standard cost of the product to the organization, then set the percentage here to have the system vary the amount charged. Note that the rounding fields, which allow you to determine how to round currency, are only available if you select a percentage pricing method. For this demonstration, I will keep the default for this example and enter $3 as an amount. The percentage and rounding fields will be locked because they're not applicable with this configuration. Click Save and Close. Back on the product record, I can now set the default price list to the record I just created and save the product record to remove the warning message. The next step is to add as many additional price lists as needed to get the pricing correct for the product. While at least one price list item is required, there is no limit to the number that can be created. Once the price lists are added, it is time to publish the product. This will change the product from draft to active and make the product available for quotes, orders, and invoices. In the ribbon toolbar, click Publish to update the status reason and start using the product. Note that updates to the product and price lists can be made at any time and will not impact fulfilled orders, but will update the amounts on open and future orders. Thank you for joining us for Cobalt Tutorials.